A lot of these guys are well known in cycling. Dan obviously doing time trials, and Jacob's been around the trucks for a while. Charlie, obviously an up-and-coming youngster. Where have you suddenly
Where have I come from? Yeah,
world class.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm world class just yet, but no. I mean, I used to be a swimmer when I was younger. Did a bit of rowing, then just didn't really compete for sort of 6-7 years. Then all of a sudden I came to university and then started doing the box events, which was like a nice little introduction to it. Didn't take anything too seriously, but then I got a call from Dan to start up and wants to do a team pursuit race. So did that, and it's all just snowballed from there, really. I mean, it's one of those you like sit back and think, how have we got here? It's amazing to think, like, if we hadn't, nationals, we were, there's a few tenths in it that we won by. Yeah. And if we hadn't won that, this wouldn't have happened. So just lucky to be here, to be honest. Enjoying every minute.
As I said over there's a lot of countries for a long time been trying to do the sort of things that you guys have put together very, very quickly. Must feel good to be able to achieve that.
I mean, I think we've got a bit of a freak coincidence that we happen to have two of the best pursuers in the world hop in. I'm fairly handy at a kilo, so I can play that role. And we got, Tipper, he's, full gas just to hang on to us. But you think no other nations have those riders, available to them. And whereas, traditionally, Switzerland, say, they've got 8 riders that can ride team pursuit standard way, so they've never had to really think outside the box. They think everyone takes lap turns, do a change, you're back. If you get to the last, 2 laps, you can drop out. But for us, it's I can't go 4K. So we've had to adapt around that situation, and I think that's just coming from the outside. We all come from different backgrounds. We're all fairly old, 25, 26. So we've got a lot of experience behind us, and we're willing to make those decisions and shake the boat a bit.
Team pursuit, you did about 5 or 6 laps then?
Yeah, I mean, we started off when I was at man 1, and I was, goal was to do a kilo, and then I was doing 4.5, then it was 5, then we put me to man 2, then it was back to doing 5.5 for man 2, but just getting longer and longer as I get fitter and fitter, really. But it's a tricky balance to play, because obviously I could go further, but I don't want to slow it down. So you'll see me quickly shoot out of there middle of the straight, because that's another advantage, is that because I'm not ever trying to get back on, I can just leave in the middle of the straight if I want. We sort of know he's going to get to 5, and then will it be 5.5? Will it be 6? Charlie's ready to pounce on that. So. Well,
you look at your splits, analyse the team pursuits that you've done, and you guys are always leading the competitions that you're in.
Yeah.
It's only in the last kilo that you guys really drop off. So for you yourself, that's a nice little accolade.
Yeah.
Bragging right.
There's a little. If you look a bit closer to that, you think every other nation we're competing against has made 3 changes by the time I've gone. Yeah. So that's 0.6, 0.7 already just from not having done the changes. Yeah. So there's a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, physics says you go out fast, go as fast as you can to start with, get up to peak speed as soon as you can, then hold it there. And lucky that just fits my physique really well. I can sit at fast pace for a minute and a half, minute 45, and yeah, just lucky.
Well, I've been around a lot of guys, GB for 10 years when I was working with them and that, and to do what you guys are doing isn't as easy as just talking about it.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot of preparation. So you're spending a lot of time in the gym. Is this something that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really competed for the 60 odd years, but I've always loved training. We were talking earlier about some riders they live for the racing, the training's something I have to get through. But for me, it's complete opposite. I just love going out there and hurt myself. It's just it's my happy place going on the bike. All the voices go. It's completely calm. You can relax. So it's interesting, changing that, because now it's in a, whereas I've gone for riding my bike, now I'm actually training. Yeah. So it's a different atmosphere on it, but I'm still enjoying it. So.
And in terms of that training, is it all on the track, all on the bike, or in the gym as well?
Well, I mean, I've just done my first aerobic block in 5 months, because I'm collarbone, I couldn't do a lot of track stuff, so we just thought, go on the road. But you can count the number of the road rides I've done on one hand. It's literally go to the gym, lift a heavy weight, come to the track, sprint for a minute, repeat. There's not a lot to it, but I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, whereas before I'd go out and do 3-hour rides, you're not gonna, I'm training to ride a kilo. You're not gonna go faster than a kilo by riding 3 hours.
So what sort of goals do you have in the sport? I mean, in terms of, because to train for this level, is it a case of once the track season's over?
Well, I mean, for me, it's Commonwealth Games was always the goal for me. Cause I'm qualified for Scotland, so go for there for the kilo, and then sort of, you know, I've got quite a little niche where I don't really want to do team pursuit long term. You know, I reckon I've got 1 year in me extra. So I mean, I really want to focus and just try and go to European champs and world champs in the kilo. Because I mean, I think, you know, I came, you know, 5th in the World Cup in Manchester after all of 6 months training. What can I do in 18 months, you know? But
so what's your PB for the kilo?
101.1.
Right. Which is quick, which is damn quick.
Yeah.
Back to the early days of Chris Ryan.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing is I've gone, you know, I've done fast times in the kilo, but I've never really hit a good kilo. Like at Manchester, I was exhausted after the team suit, like 3 rounds of that and the stress involved there. The next morning, like everyone else is like relaxed and chillaxing. There's me, like, oh, I've got 2 kilos to do today. But so I'm really looking forward to. I suppose nationals will be a bit of a write-off because obviously I can't really start my collarbone anymore, so we're gonna have to ride through that. But Commonwealth Games, you know, I'm confident I can come away with a medal if it all goes well.
When did you break the collarbone, and what was the?
Yeah, it was 2 days after Manchester World Cup, first session back. Literally, we realised, you know, obviously you have a big race block, you find out what your weaknesses is, you know, there's no hide in the race, so doing an acceleration, cleat came out and just straight over the bars, and yeah, it's just one of those that it happens. There's not much you can do about it, like, but I've got really lucky, like the support crew around me. I mean, I was, you know, to be initially they were, cause it's quite a complicated break, it's like 3 or 4 different pieces it was in.
Played with them and all that now.
Yeah, got a fair old little scar going on there. But yeah, initially they were talking about, you know, end of January I'd be back, but to race in Switzerland was a real, like, you know, I suppose when you're in that situation you can sit back and you can like mull over and be like, oh, what's the world done to me, you know, why me, kind of thing. But we took a very proactive approach and we just thought we're going to redefine what you can do in recovery. So like, I mean, we took a lot of risks along the way. Like in Switzerland, like I did 3 starts, one the day before on my own to see like, will it work, then qualifying, and then the final. The start's the main issue on it.
What sort of gear are you having to turn over there?
Oh, it's a big one. 62.
I was looking at that, the 62 chain ring on the front there.
I mean, it's big, but just suits our physiology. We haven't grown up through the track. We've not sat there spinning away for 10 years, so we just physically can't do it. You know, it doesn't suit our physiology, but I mean, gets to the end goal. I mean.
And finally, what's it like to be amongst these 4 guys like Dan, to put this team together and everything else, to achieve what you've achieved? Because you've made a lot of people sit up and take notice. Are you guys really aware of the waves that you're making? No,
we were joking earlier. It's like we've got another film crew watching us. Like, it's so like, you know, foreign to me. Like, why do you want to film us? Why do you want to talk to us? But because we've just been doing what we've been doing all along, you know. Like, we don't think we're doing anything special, but you know, I think a lot of people have, you know, taken notice, and especially the World Cups. I mean, hearing you've got heroes of the sport saying how you're revolutionising it and doing all this, and we're like, yeah, sure, we're just a bunch of lads riding our bike, you know.
I'm surprised you haven't got a lot of nations from other countries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me and Dan work at Watch Shop, and you know, we got like the Belgian head mechanic like buying stuff off us and stuff. You're like, hang on a second here, like.
So it has worked.
Yeah.
It's been commercially, it's been good, but also motivationally and all that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're just motivated to do it, really. I think a lot of athletes, like, you hear them struggle about, you know, it's a hard life, whereas I think we're just enjoying ourselves, which I think it feeds into it. I mean, you look around the D, like, you know, we're laughing, and it's so funny, like in the World Cups you've got like Russia over there. It's not a job at all. We're just hobby cyclists, aren't we?
And I just got the Commonwealth Games. Whereabouts you won that? Whereabouts you in your qualifying for that?
Yeah, well, I've got all my criteria, and it's just a case of waiting until the day that, you know, selection day. So it's a hard one. Yeah, I've met it already. Right. So it's just waiting for the green light, I think. I mean, fingers crossed. You're looking forward to a few weeks on the Gold Coast? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 96 days. So it's quite a long time. But no, I mean, it'd be good fun. I mean, I don't want to just go there for a jolly, if that makes sense. I want to come home with some metal work. Would be nice. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why I can't, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, 60 seconds, 60.5. I could do that. Knock that one out. I mean, you've got to believe, haven't you? So. Australians, beware. Yeah. Well, I'll give it my best. Okay.